Death Note, apart from being a masterpiece, is also an MBTI parade, mostly for the NTs. Some characters whose personality type we can all agree on is L. Lolliot or L being a straight up INTP, Nate River or Near being a stereotypical INTJ, Mello or Mikhail Keel being an ENTP, and the post Kira Light Yagami being an ENTJ. Now, remember those words post Kira Light. What I mean to imply is that Death Note and the foundation of Kira changed Light Yagami, and I'm not talking about the change in mentality, but a change in his base MBTI personality type. Welcome to my channel, this is Hiraldo Cole, and we'll be discussing Light Yagami, a journey of an INTJ to an ENTJ. Now, a while ago I made a video about top 10 INTJ anime characters of all time, and Light, of course, was included. So many people raised their opinions about why Light Yagami from Death Note is an ENTJ and not an INTJ. Some of them being that Light did not even think about stopping and experimenting with Death Note. If he had been an INTJ, he would have taken years before coming to a conclusive plan about how to use the Death Note or whether or not to use it. That argument is wrong. That is inherently wrong. Since Light was dealing with something which just wasn't human, it wasn't humanly possible to kill someone but just by writing their names, by imagining their face. So technically, he believed that to be a prank. Okay? Imagine yourself getting a notebook which claims to kill people and you try it. Problematic is, it worked. First of all, you literally be shitting your pants. Second of all, you'd want to test it out one more time as soon as possible. Now, had Light been an ENTJ, he would have simply switched the channel and tried killing another criminal to test it out. But no, he waited. Even when he was sitting in his classroom and wanted to kill Pseudo, a guy who was bullying another kid, he did not, because he had already planned that killing people near him would actually get him into trouble. Even though he did not believe that the Death Note at that point was real or not, he was just unsure about it. One more thing, when Light got the Death Note and was about to use it for the first time, he immediately stops and this scene happens.
Wait, on the off chance someone really dies, would that make me a murderer? Yeah, right. It's completely impossible.
We can very clearly see that Light is being cautious with the Death Note, even though the chances of the Death Note being real were incredibly thin. You know what? They were not just incredibly thin, the chances were almost virtual. There was zero. Him stopping and considering a situation that is virtually impossible indicates his strategy-oriented mind, which is the building block of an INTJ behavior, whether it be an INTJ assertive type or an INTJ turbulent type. Which further pushes me deeper into the episode when Light first saw the notebook. Okay, I want you guys to carefully observe this scene.
Death Note? As in a notebook of death? How to use it? The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. It's pretty lame. Not to mention twisted. It's really not that different from one of those chain letters you get. The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die? Come on. must be something wrong with me to even consider it.
Now, note two things. First, when he goes near the notebooks, he turns and looks around because he had already read what was on its cover. He turns incredibly cautious, even though I can guarantee you that he would have not expected that the thing that just fell on the ground was a notebook that kills people, okay? No one can expect that just by reading the title of Death Note, okay? Second, this sentence,
There must be something wrong with me to even consider it.
there must be something wrong with me to even consider this. This statement clarifies the undelusional and clear-headed mind of Light Yagami. Okay, all these traits end up summing together that Light Yagami was actually an INTJ. But I have one thing to say. It was Light Yagami which was an INTJ, not Kira. When did he become an INTJ, you ask? Well, the process began when this happened.
誰かがやらなくてはいけないんだ。自らの精神や命を犠牲にしてでもこのままじゃいけないんだ。もし他の誰かがこのノートを拾ったとして、この世に不必要な人間を消すことのできる奴がいるか、いるわけがない。でも僕にならできる。いや、僕にしかできないんだ。やろう、デスノートで。世の中を変えてやる。
This marked the beginning of the change in Light Yagami. No. This marked the beginning in the change of Kira, the man who would proclaim himself to be a god. So, Geraldo, when did the process stop? When did he become a full-fledged ENTJ? I'm sorry. Well, the answer to that lies in the second episode, right at this scene.
God, they are the ones who are truly evil!
I guess you're just too stupid, L. Too bad. This could have been a lot more interesting if you'd only been a bit smarter.
Light, without thinking, just blatantly wrote the name of Lind L. Taylor, and this was the concrete moment he became a certified ENTJ. He did not even stop to consider that this might just be a trap to lure him in. He fell for it because of his hastiness, and so I proclaimed him to be a total ENTJ when this moment happened. There are millions and millions of people out there who would give you your views on whether Light Yagami was an INTJ, ENTJ, INTP. I disagree with most of them. Light Yagami isn't an ENTJ, nor an INTP, nor any other personality type. Light Yagami is an INTJ. Okay? He was never an ENTJ. Never was. But yes, Kira is and was an ENTJ because Kira formed when Light became a murderer. So in the end, I would say that the Death Note not only ruined Light's life, but also changed his MBTI personality type. Thank you Minna-sama for watching. Hit that subscribe button. He hates that color red and loves the color white. Thank you and sayonara.